Hey everybody, Jillian here for Illustrated Faith, and today I have a brand new Bible journaling process video for you. I'm doing an entry from the brand new Only One You devotional kit from Illustrated Faith and DaySpring. I'm giving you a peek here at the card that I journaled on and that I'm going to be journaling from for this process video. So I'm in Isaiah chapter 46, and the verse on the card is verse 4, but really what happened when I was reading it and just kind of like reading what was around it, what really jumped out at me was the following verse, verse 5 in chapter 46. This is God speaking, and he says, "With whom will you compare me or count me equal? To whom will you liken me that we may be compared?" And then throughout the rest of this chapter, God is basically bragging on himself, as he has every right to do, because he is the all-powerful, omniscient, omnipotent creator of everything that we know. So that is really where I'm going with this entry. I know that's not the focus of this devotional kit, but I think what a great way to start off, right? Just reflecting on how awesome God is. And then I feel like I can get to journaling about how I've been uniquely created in his image. So I pulled out some things from the devotional kit that I thought I might want to use, like these paper pieces. You saw me pull out the All People, All Nations ephemera pack, and that's where that Wow God speech bubble came from, because I really thought about using it on the page. What better place to use it? But it actually was really large, and I felt like it was going to compete with the title that I wanted on my page, so I've got the Homespun alphabet stamps there on my page. And what I like about these, and pretty much any clear stamp, is that you can take them off of the backer and kind of get an idea of how much space they'll take up on the page. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start with my title, stamping down the word "you" nice and big. And it doesn't bother me that I didn't get like a super crisp stamp impression, because this page is like by no means perfect. I'm going to go ahead and use the black Homespun alphabet stickers now. I've got some Faber-Castell big brush pens up there in the top left, and I'll show you how I'll use those in a moment. And then realized, why am I putting alphabet stickers down without my Bible mat? So I was going to run out of room to get this word "only" down, and I had to move everything over. This is why I use the Bible mat, to get alphabet stickers down, so I know where it's going to fit and not have to like pick things up a few times before they're in their permanent residence. So now I'm using the 6x12 Say It Loud sticker sheet from the All People, All Nations, and I really loved that a lot of the things on that sticker sheet coordinate really well with the things in this kit, especially the colors and then kind of like the abstract feel of this kit. I think they just go nicely together. So I'm going to incorporate that 6x12 sticker sheet a few more times in the video. And I'm assuming that this is a flower. I have no idea. It's beautiful. I know that I want it on my page. And typically when we get die cuts in our kits, I love that. But I like to trim off some of the white border a little bit. So I'm going to do that with all the pieces that I put on the page. Just trying to figure out what I want where, you guys. I was really just kind of stumped creating this. And so you're seeing me here just kind of work through that and get my page done. Once I learned that it's okay if I put something down that I don't like, it can be fixed, then it was a lot easier for me to get going with the rest of the page. So I'm using the stamp set here, and instead of using an ink pad, I'm using the big brush pens, and I'll have the colors listed below in the video description. I'm using those as ink because I think that it just gives a nice, like, imperfect look. And then I definitely wanted some blue up towards the top, and I'm just using the marker there to create some little marks. I think once I got going on this page, the mission was to use all of the colors included in the kit. So I have that tip in there. I just love the paper pieces. Thought about cutting the tip in up so I could get a few more shapes out of that, but decided not to. I'm going to use this guy at the bottom. It says "Dreams Come True," but I'm actually going to cover that up with something else and put this down at the bottom of my page. So I'm going to go to the words sticker book from the basics line, and I'm just going to pull out this phrase that says, "Trust in him," because verse 10 says, "I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times, what is still to come. I say, my purpose will stand, and I will do all that I please." He is all-knowing. He knows what has been and what will be. And to me, knowing him, that just means that I can put my trust in him 100% without worry. So then I'm creating this little cluster here under the title that's going to separate the title from my journaling, and I went to the 6x12 sticker sheet again from All People, All Nations and just layered a few things up along with a sticker from the kit. I love that the stickers are cardstock this month instead of clear stickers. I think that's a nice change. And then I'm just going to go back to the stamps and do the same thing, kind of working from the top down to the bottom of the page. I'm going to use this really cool like floral stamp, color it with this pinkish purple marker, and then stamp it down a couple times. So see, just really trying to get all of the colors on the page. So like I said, once I stopped second guessing myself, it came together so much easier once I just kind of was like, well, if I mess up, I mess up. Once I just kind of like acknowledged that, then it just made it really easy to keep going and just enjoy the process. I think once we throw that idea of perfection out the window, I think that it becomes more fun, more enjoyable, and certainly more realistic. Because we're not going to love every single page, because we're certainly not perfect, and I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and certainly don't love every page, but I love everything that I've gotten out of creating those pages. So I'm just going to go ahead and date stamp the bottom of my entry. I used the washi tape not so much to read what it said, but just as like a design element on the page, because I really love the handwriting on there. And then so now that I have all the big elements on my page down, the title, a couple big die cut pieces, and the journaling, I'm going to go in and add a few finishing touches like this cross stamp. I'm just going to color it with one of the brush pens. And then bringing this little pink floral down to the bottom. I really love that next to the color yellow. And then taking the blue marker and just adding some marks across the page. And that's it. So here's a finished look at my entry along with a couple of close-ups. If you guys are interested in picking up any of the supplies I've used, I've got them linked below, along with the brand new Only One You devotional kit. We'd love to have you guys work through it with us. It's so fun to do it together as a community. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon.